Boy, these pimples are killing me. Alrighty. I don't know. I got on here just to yap for a little bit. This video may or may not get posted. Today's subject that I want to talk about, I don't know why today had to be the day, but the art of losing. Mentally, I don't know where I'm at with everything. There's a lot going on with just me in general, not even like anything else, just me. Last week, I felt my first squat single, which is pretty discouraging. I've been squatting since like 2021. Never felt a squat. I felt my first double right before DreamCon, which was in May. And I felt my first squat single last week. I can't even explain what was going on with me before I went into that single. I was nervous, scared, like to this day, I still don't know how to explain it, but I will say I had this feeling I usually don't get when I lift. I don't know why. Loading up that 530 and knowing that I had to do that, and I'm literally like, I'm 4 weeks out during the time. Right now, we're 3 weeks out. But during the time, well, last week, 4 weeks out, I'm like, man, I got to get this squat. And I remember I was listening to my music. I asked this dude named Josh, shout out Josh, Joshua. I think it's Josh or Joshua. I'm sorry. Josh, we're gonna call him Josh. And then Lance, the gym owner. So I can already tell that I'm not in it mentally. I'm freaking walking, I'm pacing back and forth. I'm talking about pacing. I'm pacing, and they came to side spot me, and I remember I pressed record on the camera, and I got this feeling that I usually don't get. It's pretty rare, but this feeling only happens when I do a certain thing, and that certain thing is approaching women. I know that might sound crazy. I've always been a nervous, shy, scared person when it came to like approaching women. I just didn't have the confidence. And over the years, I will say it got better, for sure. I've gotten better at it. It's not as bad as it used to be. But whenever I press record and I walked away from my phone, I literally felt my heart in my stomach walking to that squat bar. I told them I was going for one, and I remember I looked at my hands for a second, and I could tell that I was shaking. Like, I shake pretty often, but it was bad. I remember I put my hands on the bar, because I usually go by my thumb, put my thumb on the line, and my hands, I'm talking about like shaking. Shaking. I've never shook that much ever in my life. Hands are shaking. And I'm trying to catch my breath. I'm telling y'all, my heart was literally in my stomach, bro. I'm trying to calm down, relax. I finally got myself together. I went into the bar. I walked out. And I didn't even believe in myself the minute I walked back to go down for the squat. I walked back, I braced, and I went down. And I didn't even move. I was so in my head. They helped me re-rack the weight. And Lance was like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah." Mentally, I'm just not there. I'm not there at all. But he's like, "Are you all right?" And it kind of made me sit there and question, like, dang, what is going on with you today? Usually, I cook with squat, and some of the times, like when I ask for a spot, some people make fun and be like, "Bro, you don't need no spot." And I actually needed a spot that day. But yeah, Lance asked if I was all right. And then the dude, Josh, was like, "What happened? Like, did you lose tension?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, literally going into that squat, I didn't even feel my legs, bro. It was just a heavy bar on my back, and I went down with it and couldn't do nothing with that weight. The dude, Josh, he was talking to me. He was like, "I see you squat a lot. Like, I've never seen, this happen before. Like, you lost tension." He was like, "Hey, man, get out your head. Just squat. Like, just do what you got to do. Don't think about the weight. Just, put the bar on your back and squat." I was like, "Okay." I reattempted. I'm not going to go in detail about that, but I felt the second reattempt. But I was just in my head for no apparent reason. I can't explain it. It was just so shocking to me after I did all of that. Because like I said, I had this feeling of like, I was scared. I was terrified. I've never been scared going into a squat before. Never. But out of all of the days, that day just was not it for me. It was bad. Even Josh, he was like, "I saw you warming up. I saw you walking to the bar, putting your hands in the bar. You were like shaking." I was like, "Yeah, I know." So basically what I'm getting with this is art of losing. Did I lose that squat? I lost my squat streak. Yes, I did. But it's just part of the game. It happens. I knew it was going to happen sooner or later, but I didn't expect 530 to be my downfall for my squat. I expected like 550, 600. But that's okay though. It happens. Life doesn't go the way we expect it, or things don't go the way we expect it. And that's okay. That's why you gotta love the art of losing. There's an art behind it. Guess what? When people lose, they want to do better. They learn from their mistakes. They learn why they lost, unless they're just egotistical. Most of the time, you sit there and you ponder on like, dang, what did I do wrong? How could I do better? Maybe I need to put in more time for this. Maybe I need to do this. Maybe I need to do that. And I had to sit down with myself and agree that it's okay that happened. Yes, I felt discouraged after that, being, 4 weeks out from a competition, but it's okay. I've been failing on bench and deadlift since last year like crazy, but I don't know, it just hit different feeling that squat for the first time. You're going like a nice streak for something that it's like a steady, nice road, and all of a sudden you hit a bump or you get a flat tire and you're on the side of the road and you're like, dang, out of all the days, why today? But it was just out of my control. I wasn't on my game that day. I was in my head. I didn't mentally prepare myself for that. I let my overthinking get in the way of my squat, and I paid in price for that. And that's okay. It's just the way it is. Life can be very, very on and off. 1 minute you're on top of the world, next minute you're just there existing. And it's okay. I'll be back on top sooner or later. But yeah, to anybody out there that's struggling with anything, it's gonna be all right, no matter what it is. I'm glad I did this video. I'm really glad I did this. So, yeah, enjoy the struggle. Enjoy your losses, because the wins will be greater than that. I promise. So we'll see how things go, and I'll give you an update in 3 weeks. I'm going to leave it here. Don't know if I'm going to post this. If I do, hope y'all enjoy it. And I will see y'all in the next one. I'm like 5 videos behind, but trust the process, bro. I got y'all. Peace.